Here is Barkley, left side, big hole. Saquon Barkley! Uh-oh! Barkley! Goodbye! Dunk it in. Doncic, 47!
I'll give him a dunk. On a night you have 47 points, you get the benefit of the doubt.
Moss the back, Karras the snap, Moss the block. Burrow going deep, he's got him! Touchdown! Ja'Marr Chase!
LeBron leaked out, they didn't see him. Here he is down court. It's up and in! Will it count? LeBron James at the buzzer! 23-yard completion. Here goes Taylor. With Pierce in front. Touchdown, Colts.
Curry gets free. Curry puts up a three. Bang! Bang! He ties the game with 6.3 remaining.
Mahomes flushed out again all the way back. Turning the corner. Fires downfield. Caught! Touchdown!
Timeout, SGA. Probing, piercing, spinning, hanging for the lead, and SGA knocks it down with just under a second to go. Hit, throw. Oh, come on! Justin Jefferson, you gotta be kidding. Makes it look so routine. Greatest catch that never existed in NFL history.
Edwards puts up a three. It's good! Anthony Edwards once again. Edwards electricity here in game 4. Here's a first and goal. And he's signaling as he backpedals to the 30. Oh, what a catch! Touchdown, Baltimore!
Is it Francis? Giannis says no! Back the other way, Trent. Giannis inside! At both ends!
Oh, shit. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Matty Ice here with Profit Props. This is the Sharp Side. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. As always, we will recap yesterday first. The banner down at the bottom is all of yesterday's plays. Massive day for us yesterday. 6-1 overall. Well, 6-1-1. Jared Allen didn't play. But overall, massive day for us. If you're watching on Twitter, drop a like, drop a retweet. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch, happy to have you. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Let's recap everything real quick. The only miss yesterday was Pascal under 10.5. And the only reason I played that is I really thought Jared Allen was going. I would not have played it had I knew Jared Allen was sitting. So I do have some regret in that play, but also believe that you have to be aggressive when you think you have the edge on injury news. And I would say we're up a lot more than we are down with me being aggressive on injury news, so I won't dread on that too much or dwell on that too much. The rest of the slate, Nembhard finished with 8 RAs. As I said, Allen didn't play. Michael Porter Jr. finished with 33 points. Zion was close. He finished with 22. Max Christie, I think he had 28 PRs, sweat-free regardless. Mark Williams, under 9.5, finished with 8, and Benedict Mathurin finished with 24. Zion, the only real sweat yesterday, and that was due to a slow start. He kind of got it going after, I don't think he scored until like 8 minutes into the game. All right, let's get into today's slate. Massive, well, not a massive slate, but a decent slate to get into. I believe we have 7 games. I'll remove the banner. That was just a quick recap of yesterday. For today, I have maybe 2 or 3 out already as Kristen here said we am already on John Collins under PRs. I've cashed that multiple times this season. I'm also on Jalen Johnson over 6.5 assists. That's a juicy line. I did reduce risk down to 1 unit. But those are the 2 plays I'm on so far this morning. I'll go ahead and add those to the timeline. And we'll break those down, pardon me, more as we get into those games. All right, first game is actually the Charlotte game. That's the 1 o'clock game, so we will start there. John Collins under 20.5 PRs. FanDuel was at 20.5, 125. Let me see here. So you can see here, without Kawhi and without Derrick Jones Jr., he was under in each of those games. He's under in 6 of the 9 without Kawhi this season. He's under an 11 of the 15, regardless of who's playing. Also, I think a lot of people would be surprised in the rebound rank. Charlotte's allowing the second fewest total rebounds per game. And then points, I think 22nd would be lower than most people would think as well. Not saying that they're elite, but not as bad, I think, as some would guess. This line felt free to me. I made the projections. I put it up in my write-up, I believe 15.66. And as I've said, I've smashed this line multiple times, time and time again. Even 2 days ago, we should have been on the under 21.5. I decided we'd be patient. Forgot to come back to it before stream, so I did not allow that to happen today and just smashed this under as soon as I saw it widely available. Next, we can move on to Zoo. Points, I have him projected at right about 16.19. So under his points and over his rebounds. As I said, they're a really strong defensive team. He is coming off a 19, but rebounds would worry me here at 11.5, especially once this bumps. Yeah, the 12.5's become real worrisome. 11.5, though, I would still see some value, maybe just reduced overall risk. Midwest Madness, Turk, Brett, and Night Fox. Appreciate all the likes. Appreciate all the retweets. Brad as well. Appreciate y'all tapping in. We've been crushing, man. So hopefully y'all been cashing with me. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to look at Zubox unders a little bit more. I'm interested in the points under. There are some 18.5s out there, DraftKings specifically, most notably. MGM and Hard Rock actually both at -130 on this. Yeah, I might have to run. Let's go look at some historical center data. Where they've struggled the most is the low post, though. Defensive, no. Historical lines is exactly what I'm looking for. 20 out of Huff. Different player, though. He can stretch the floor. I remember watching that game. Huff surprised me. 13 out of Podol. Pretty solid game for him. Hart 12. Miles Turner 18. Different, though. Stretches the floor more than Zoo. Just 14 out of Ayton. Honestly, nothing here standing out. I'll leave this as a lean. If it goes 18.5, I probably run it. At 17.5, I'm just a strong under. Nothing on Kalkbrenner or Diabate today. Stretch bigs it seems like stretch bigs have done pretty well. I could definitely see Brook hitting a 3 if you wanted to add it in as a lay piece. My model likes LaMelo's under, but the Clippers are really bad from above the break. If you go to the Props.cash mobile site and look at above the break stats on the season, it could get nasty. So I lean under, but I'm definitely not taking it in this matchup. Harden, I lean over, and there were some 27.5s. I'm not doing LaMelo justice by just going over his points. I think I saw an edge to the assist this morning, but the matchup worries me. Let's circle back. So, yes, I make it 8.85. So you get 8.5 plus money. I think there's a 7.5 out there. Yeah. I don't think that's necessarily awful pricing. I've got that's 23rd in assists allowed. Yeah, I mean, they're allowing a bunch of dimes. What about 2 point guards, though? Yeah, they're allowing a bunch. I wanted to go here. Yeah, the 8 plus 140 at Rivers is kind of interesting. I don't think I'd risk a whole unit there, but I would risk a unit. I wouldn't win a unit there. Definitely lean over LaMelo's assists. That's going to be the closest play I have to LaMelo. Let's talk about what I have for Harden. I am at 29.63 points. I am at 6.5 rebounds and 8 assists. Definitely lean over points, slight lean over to the PRs. It looks like this line may have moved some this morning. No, there's still a lot of 27s out there. Okay, yeah, no, this line has moved even since my last refresh, which was right before stream. Tookie Bets, appreciate you tapping in. If y'all see any NBA underdog news, make sure you if you see it before me, make sure you throw it in there. That's what I keep checking for. It's 12. We should be getting lineup soon for some games. We've got early games today. I lean over here, but this line has moved, so I'll stay off of it. But I do like Harden to have a day. Trey Mann, I believe, questionable. Game time decision. I've been looking. I haven't seen anything yet. If he were to miss, we could maybe see LaMelo's played 3 games now back from injury. We maybe could see his first 30-minute game. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention this. Brandon Miller's first game back. Keep that in mind. 100% keep that in mind. I was gonna bet Con Kneppel this morning, and then shout outs Rico in the Discord reminded me that not only is it Brandon Miller's first game back, it's also his birthday. He might be chucking. So keep that in mind. I want to open up my personal model and see where I put Bogdan. Is he officially out? Okay, good look, Justin May. Last I saw was game time decision. So if he's out, good looks. I've got the Clippers lineup. Yes, he is out. Listed 44 minutes. Okay, good looks. And then we've got Bogdan downgraded as well. Okay, just catching up. Ivy and Tobias went through shoot around. I think that's Ivy's first game back of the season. Kawhi expected to return tomorrow. Okay, looks like I'm caught up. All right, Trey Mann is officially out. Good looking out. Yeah, and it looks like some books have bumped LaMelo's line. FanDuel hasn't, though. What have they done to Sexton's line? Yes. That's where we're going right now is Sexton. There's still an 11.5 at Rivers. Looks like some books have bumped. I hit the wrong button, so bear with me as I pull up assist. Sexton. FanDuel has a really good number at 3.508. Negative. Yes, negative theoretical hold in the market right now. Negative theoretical hold in the market. Is FanDuel officially open at that price? Let's go shop around. There's free money laying on the floor. Granted, you're going to have to hedge off on a soft book, so it's free money if you can get down, but I could get down at Rivers. Looking at Colin Sexton assists over right now. Yes, it is there. All right. I do like Sexton's assists. Honestly, like his points as well. PAs might be my look. I would just go ahead and be prepared. This is a 1 o'clock game. We've got about 45 minutes. $13.96 and 4. It looks to me like I'm gonna like the yes, I'm gonna like the points better. I do see a PA edge, but I think points is gonna be my favorite play here. I've got Rivers, MGM, Hard Rock at 11.5. Out of curiosity, I'm going to check the price on the FanDuel Alt 11.5 as well. Points. Here we go. FanDuel's 136. There's a lot of much better prices out there. I wouldn't bet that if I were you, but I am going to go to Rivers and bet over 11.5 minus 115. Bradley G, points. I think points. I'm going to check one more thing, and if it's all good, I'm going to bet it. Yeah, what did I make this? 13.96. I think I got to play it. All right, I bet it at Rivers. MGM and Hard Rock both have really good numbers as well. I think the 12.5 is okay, but I really like the 11.5. Let me see one other thing. If you don't have Rivers or Hard Rock, I would actually go PAs over 15.5 at FanDuel. If you got to play it at FanDuel, I'd go the 15.5 over PAs. But if you have Rivers, Hard Rock, or MGM, I would absolutely positively go over the 11.5. And let me add that. Might have been able to get a better number live. That's all right. I do like the Sexton look. All right, moving on from the Chargers. Listen to me. Charlotte Hornets game. We've got Knicks at Orlando, and I know we've got Brunson questionable in this game, but he played the last one. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was dealing with an injury, and then they're coming off of like a couple-day rest. Yeah, so he missed a few games here, played versus Dallas, played 35 minutes, 2 days rest. I lean towards Brunson goes today. So just know that he's questionable, but I would lean towards him playing. Yeah, I still like 12.5 03. That's a really good price on the 03. So yes, I still like it at 03. At 125, probably not interested though. At 03, yes. I would this one's going to depend on Brunson, but if Brunson goes, I would almost lean under here. And my model doesn't support that currently, but if Brunson goes, I probably do a little bit of a usage adjustment. I just want to see with Brunson 26.3 without 31.2. Quite the difference there. What do I have him at? Knicks. I got him at 26 though, so it's not bad. Yeah. Probably a stay off on anything Towns here until I get a confirmation on Brunson, but I do lean towards he's playing, coming off 2 days rest, being back for one game. Lean towards he's able to go. No new underdog news. Okay. Lean over, or I'm sorry. I lean under Karl Anthony Towns points, but definitely couldn't take that until I know more about Brunson. What was his volume like in that game? He had 4 attempts. Okay. Moving on from Towns, nothing official there. One second, I've got to make a small adjustment. Projections. Delete this, open this. Wendell Carter Jr. points. Wow, lean over his points today. Honestly, I've been steadily attacking Wendell's PRs under, but for some reason, I'm over today. I guess the markets have adjusted because it was okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, I've been steadily attacking this PR under, but it looks like the market's caught up. No longer see any value there. I might be pretty interested in a Brunson under his assists, though. I think I could have some interest in that line. I'm not sure. Did he play in the Orlando game this year? He did. He had 6. He had 13 potentials. So, I mean, you're kind of worried about holding a 6.5 in that scenario. Second fewest assists allowed per game this season. Harden had 8. Curry had 9. That Curry game, though, I mean, they like doubled off the rip. I don't think they do that versus, especially if you put Towns in that pick and roll. You can't. It's different than Draymond. A lot different. I lean under Brunson assists. I can't bring myself to bet it yet, but I definitely lean under there. My model is like really close to the points. I think there was a slight lean over if you got like an off-market book. Desmond Bane. Points, slight lean under, and then RA's slight leans over, but I really don't see anything. He had 22 in the last matchup. How many threes? He had 3 on 6 attempts. Let's go look without Paolo what the usage difference is. Without Paolo, he's at 25. With Paolo, he's at 22. Let me see if I make a little bit of an adjustment here. A slight RA edge to the over, in my opinion, but it's not enough for me to back it. Not enough for me to back it, but the model does have a slight RA lean over. Nothing official there, though. Let's see what this is. Might be underdog. Moneybag Tone, appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the retweets, brother. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the retweets. All right, yeah, Bane's just going to be a lean. Clarkson points maybe if Brunson were to sit. Josh Hart back to 30 minutes a night is intriguing, but you can see his minutes have kind of been sporadic this season. So let's kind of try to figure out what his true average is right now. I think I'm going to be play free on this game. I mean, I'd like to know more about Brunson. My model did lean over Suggs PRAs. How has he played versus New York? I had a slight lean over to all PRAs, but not enough for me to want to back it. Any other specific requests on this game? How does Mikal match up possibly? Not very good. They're really good versus spot ups. Definitely get into Azar today. Keep in mind, though, Tobias and Ivy could be back. I don't know what Ivy will do to the rotation, so keep that in mind with that game. Moving on from the Knicks on to Atlanta versus New Orleans. Onyeka Okongwu is questionable. Zion's questionable. Looks like Poole could be back. If anyone has any extra news on this, drop it in the chat. I'm going to go to Underdog and see what I can find out. Bryce, appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate the likes. Nick, appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate the like. NBA. Okay, nothing new. Let's just go through this game, though, with Atlanta. Okongwu is questionable for the Pelicans. Yet to submit. Are the Pelicans on a back-to-back? Yeah, Zion's not playing. Zion will be out. That's guaranteed. All right, Zion will be out. Usage has been about the same with or without Zion. I think he could have a really, really high usage rate. Bayes points. I don't know how they are. 8th for spot up and 8th from above the break. Okay. I want to get in on this Derek Queen sweepstakes. I do think he's in a good PA spot, but the books have kind of adjusted the numbers for that exact scenario. Again, Okongwu's out. Threes have been printing. I will say my model likes Porzingis points and I think rebounds over. Let me confirm that. So for points, I'm at 18.68. No, not really. I'm right with market with points. Bogdanovic officially listed out today. Hold on. Let's see if we get anything new here. That's all I've got right now. Bogdanovic officially listed as out. That's all I've got. Okay. Yeah, my model likes Kristaps Porzingis overs. I can't bring myself to play anything over 15.5. I just can't do it. Sosa, appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate the like and the retweet. If y'all aren't already, make sure you're following my guy. I'm on his show multiple times a week. NBA, NFL, all of it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. John Collins under. Colin Sexton over. Jalen Johnson over. What I will say about that Jalen Johnson assists is it was priced at like minus 137 when I played it. So I did only risk 1 unit. The other 2 I bet to win 1 unit. Nick, appreciate the retweet. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Yeah, so I can't take a Porzingis like anything over 15 plus. If you want to put him in a lay, I probably see value there, but I just can't bring myself to bet it. Derek Queen, I feel like the lines are just a little too high. Is there anything on Jordan Poole? Like, is he for sure possible? Because if he's out, I probably would bet one of these Jeremiah Fears overs. I'm not seeing anything saying he's returning. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, 9 seconds ago, I see that he's officially out. Okay. Okay, yeah. So, if, Robert Van Ra, appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate the likes and retweets, brother. Appreciate it. I lean over Jeremiah Fears with no Zion, no Jordan Poole. They are very good versus pick and roll ball handlers, though. Atlanta. 24 with, 29 without. I've got to run this. I've got to run Jeremiah Fears over. I mean, this line really doesn't even make sense to me. I don't think I'm missing anything. Jordan Poole is not playing, right? Does anyone have something that says he is? Because this line just doesn't make sense to me. Today is Saturday. Is out Friday's game. Game time decision. Man, you know what? Until I can get confirmation he's out, I'm gonna wait because I don't think this line moves a lot if he's announced in, and I would play this. I'm gonna try to be quick to the news, but I RotoWire says doubtful. Yeah, but I agree with the doubtful call, but I'm going to wait. So y'all know, as soon as that out comes out, I'm playing it. 14.5 up to 15.5, nothing over 15.5. But as soon as out is confirmed, I'm on Jeremiah Fears points over. Okay, so you're good. He's not playing. Don't love the matchup for Herb. Already played Jalen Johnson over 6.5 assists. There was a 137 at DraftKings this morning. If you have a Hard Rock, you can actually get this at 135. I would play it up to about 145, 150, honestly. Make sure this underdog NFL. Yeah, nothing new in the NBA. Okay, we moved. So Jalen Johnson over 6.5 assists. I risked just 1 unit when I generally bet to win 1 unit. So a little bit of reduction in risk there. He will take on most of the defensive attention when Zion's out, but it's a good spot up team. I probably wouldn't take his threes. Nice usage bump without Zion. I think that line is fairly playable. Like 20 plus minus 125. Again, I'd like to know no Poole. I would like to know no Jordan Poole, but outside of that, I really like Trey Murphy's overs too. I will say this, like in my gut, based off of his and Fear's line, I think there's at least I feel like there's like the bookmaker thinks there's a 50-50 chance that Ball, Kneppel, Miller, Bridges, and Kalkbrenner will start. At least a 50-50 chance Poole goes. That's just the way my gut feels looking at these lines. It's a terrible matchup because they haven't got to the Chicago game yet, Nick. But when I do, I'll definitely go over it. And then y'all can just throw in any requests. If I miss it while I'm in that game, just reply again. Bradley, yes. Yeah, bro, I definitely lean that way. Is he in the starting lineup? No. Hold on. Let me go to my model here. I got to manually add it. For those of you that are on the site, very soon, I'm going to push this to probably 8 players per team. I'm only at 10.67, so there's not a big lean over, but honestly, yeah, Zion's going to be out, which probably definitely impacts his attempts. 3-point attempts without Giannis, the average is 6.3. With Giannis, 3.9. Those are both kind of small sample sizes, but it tells a story. I definitely lean over Saddiq Bey points and threes, Bradley. Definitely lean over Saddiq Bey points and threes. Not going to make it official. Dyson Daniels lean under. If it were 11.5, I'd play it. Everybody's 10.5. It's just high enough for me, or low enough for me not to run it. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. This one, model loves this over, so we might end up having to run it. 1 second here. Mark, appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate the like. But I think, yeah, the Pelicans are awful versus pick and roll ball handlers. Awful. The reason his line is 2.5 plus money is because the big drop coverage they have. I'm not running that shit. But I do like the points over. Let me go check my rebounds and assist numbers. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, assists over, rebounds over, points over. So I do just like PRAs in general. It's versus a very shitty team. Hold on, odd screen's loading. As soon as this loads, we'll be good to go. Shit's taking forever. There we go. (18.5/19.5) on the points. This line has definitely come up this morning. PRAs, FanDuel's 25.5. Most other books are 26.5. I would lean over PRAs in general for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I think points is my favorite play, though, versus that team. I think I'm going to move on until I have more news about Jordan Poole. In my gut, I feel like the chances are higher than doubtful, but I don't have anything to prove that. Just the line on Fears and Murphy make me feel that way. Lean over Nickeil Alexander-Walker's points more than PRAs, but I do lean over PRAs. Points is going to be my favorite thing there. As I said, Fears with no Poole, I love it. Trey Murphy, 20+ with no Poole, I love it. I ran the Jalen Johnson assists under. It's going to do it for this game. All right, let's move on. Atlanta or Detroit versus Milwaukee. With Detroit, you're going to have to be very careful. Tobias should be back. Now, we've seen Tobias play a lot this year, but Jaden Ivey is the first time he's played since – wow, since January 1st. First time he's played since January 1st. I mean, he's a great player. He's a really good player, so obviously he's going to get plenty of run. I think a lot of people are going to look at this line and think, wow, Jalen Duran's soaring over this. To 21.5? You mean 11.5, bro? No way he bumped to 21.5 unless like 5 people are out. You mean 21.5? I mean, you mean 11.5? At 11.5, like if you bet the 12.5 03, yeah, I would hit the 11.5 again. And then me, I would probably watch that game live and try to middle the 12. John Collins. I read that as Collins Sexton. My fault. Yes. First double bet of the season. I almost did this the last time he played. Go to DraftKings, get the DraftKings, MGM, or Hard Rock have 22.5. DraftKings, MGM, and Hard Rock have 22.5. Yes, I'm double betting Collins. I'm double betting Collins. Let's make it a 2-unit play. I'm double betting him. MGM minus 125. DraftKings minus 126. Yes, double bet that. Double bet that for sure. I just hit the 22.5. So yeah. I don't care about the boggy news. Do not care about the boggy news. Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. All right. Yeah, Detroit, Milwaukee, man, you got to be careful here. Tobias should be back. Someone asked about Azor Thompson's rebounds. I would wait to see what Tobias does. I'm actually going to be very cautious on the Detroit side of the ball in this game. It's a long season, boys. We don't have to get crazy if you don't really know the rotations of one of these teams. I think maybe AJ Green overs. They're a good spot up team. I think I saw an 8.5 this morning. Oh, it's 9.5. Yeah, it's 9.5 painted. It might have been overnight last night. I could have swore there was an 8.5 that caught my attention. 9.5, honestly, already becoming a little less interested. They haven't matched up this season. Got the Duran matchup, although I do think Duran could easily end up in foul trouble. Easily end up in foul trouble in this one. Honestly, I think the points are about to bump to 15.5. Lean under points and rebounds, but I think that line will bump for us. I think if you waited, you could probably even get a better line. I would be lying if I said that wasn't a little surprising. All right, not really a lot of true center data. I like Stewie to hit A3, to hit 1. I mean, look what the volume's been. I like Stewie to hit A3. I know they're a volume team, but a team that doesn't allow a lot of spot ups, but my initial thoughts. I'm sick with Ryan Rollins. Last stream, we debated back and forth between his rebounds and points, or points and threes. Hooked his threes, which 2.5. I don't want to call that a hook. He missed his threes and then had like a 30 ball. So I should have been on his points. I was just on the wrong side of the right read. The volume was there. He had 8 3-point attempts. Should have just took the points. Turner over threes. He's 3 for 3 without Giannis. I still think if I like Ryan Rollins' points more than Turner's. You said Turner's threes, though. And, yeah, I was just looking at that. Detroit, I'm kind of surprised. 25th versus centers. Let's go look. Kongwu 4, Drummond 2, Jabari 3, Sar 1, Drummond 2, Sharp 1, Landell 2, Wendell Carter 2, Vucevic 4. Plus money. Nah, I mean, I like it. I do like it. I don't love it. It's not a bad look. 3 games without Giannis. He's got 6 attempts in each. For him to hit 3, I want to be closer to the 8+ attempts. I don't know that we get there. If this were like a 1.5 at a fair price, I think I'd be down for it. But they want 3+. Even at plus money, I'm not so intrigued, to be honest with you. Again, this game is hard without Detroit adding 2 new pieces to their side. No Giannis on the Milwaukee side. This isn't just a cut and dry Milwaukee versus Detroit game that we're, a normal game. We've got some Adam Bona ankle at least out 2 more games. Let me see if there's anything else in the NBA. No, that's it. Lean over Ryan Rollins points, fellas. I do lean over. I couldn't talk you off of it, 14th versus pick and roll ball handlers, but I'm not going to force anything here. This game's kind of ugly. Oh, you want to talk about ugly? Let's move on to Washington versus Detroit or Chicago. Kobe White, questionable. Buzele's questionable. Okoro, questionable. Czar, questionable. Bagley, questionable. Okay, going to be a difficult one to navigate here. Vucevic, I think he should play well getting Kobe White back. You want to talk about hit or miss the last 5 games. This is a good get-right spot versus Washington. I think Chicago's kind of mellowed out after a crazy start to the season. What's the record right now? Yeah, 8-7. Correct me if I'm wrong, but were they not 8-2? Lost 4 of their last 6. It's not a great little run, and then lost 4 of their last 6. White should go tonight since he didn't play the Cup game. Okay. This will be his first game back, though, regardless, right? Or has he already played? Am I wrong about that? I am wrong about that. 16th, 19th. I'm way wrong about that. I'm not sure how I forgot that. Okay. So this will be his 3rd game back. 27-25. As you said, he sat out the front end. So he's coming off of 2 days rest. I've got a 30 and 27, so the minutes should be cool around 32. Really shitty team. Well, then I have to have projections if he's played 2 games. I guess I didn't put him in the starting lineup because he was questionable, but I agree. He just sat out the front end, so he should be good to go. Chicago. Love the over. What's the spread in this game? Is it like massive blowout spot? I do love the over. 12.5. Yeah, and they're going to be conservative with him coming off of an injury. He still scored 25 in 27 minutes last game. 3-point volume was there. Field goal volume was good. I wouldn't say 14 and 17 is a lot for a line like this, though. Who requested Kobe? I lean over, bro. I lean over. You asked actually about the RAs. I like his points. RAs versus the Wizards. I couldn't get mad at an assists. I will say, though, just keeping in mind he's coming fresh off of an injury and obviously a dog shit team. Probably like the assists a little bit more than the rebounds, but I couldn't get mad at a PA in this matchup. Biggest fear would be cautious with minutes because they should put belt to ass. Joel Embiid still day-to-day. Doctors believe he will need a bit more time. Dave, I appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the retweets. Hey, if y'all haven't already, man, drop a like, drop a retweet. They're free to drop. Support's free. Missed out on the show yesterday. Oh, man, 6-1 yesterday. At minimum, come back and watch the recaps, y'all. Maybe takes 3 to 5 minutes, and we've been crushing. So, Dave, appreciate you tapping in regularly, though. Appreciate the likes and the retweets, bro. Kobe White, strong lean over. Strong lean over. Minutes worry me. Blowout worries me. Strong lean over. Giddy, you can't rule out a triple-double in this matchup. If there was ever one, Wizards, right? But blowout could worry me here as well. I don't find myself, even though the Wizards are by far the closest team I live to, I'm never following them because, like, every game's a shit show. Kobe White, lean over. I think they will be rather conservative with his minutes. If they're up 14 in the fourth, probably don't see him back on the floor. He played 8 minutes in the Portland game. Was that game competitive? Yeah, they won that game by 1. Ultra competitive. Both the games he's been in, oh yeah, facts. Both the games he's been in have been competitive. This is probably the one that's not. Nothing official in the Washington-Chicago game, man. That one's ugly. We've got Morant out, Jaren Jackson Jr. questionable, Ty Jerome out, Scottie Pippen Jr. out, Brandon Clark out, Javon Smalls out, Kyrie Irving out, Dante Exum out, Ryan Nembhard out, D'Angelo Russell questionable, Anthony Davis out, Derek Lively Jr. or the second questionable. Max Christie. If you wanted a plus odds threes to attack, I think Max is the way to go. Yeah, I see an over edge to points, threes, and points, threes, and rebounds, not assists, actually. I think it's a good ladder spot for threes. They're allowing the 5th most in the NBA right now. $11.5 minus 0.2 at DK. Running Max Christie back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cedric Coward, I'll go over. Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't see Duran was out today. Did I? Who said Duran's out? Free sauce? I have not seen that. That would change some ways I feel about it in that game. I have not seen that yet. I don't see it on Underdog, but I could be wrong. I don't see that on the injury news though. Yeah, Brad, I'm actually just going to run the points. Let me get that in. That distracted me right there. But yeah, let me get that in. Oh, okay. Points over. Makes way more sense. Had me very confused for a second. Let me get this DraftKings play in real quick. I'm going Max Christie points over 11.5. I like points, threes, and rebounds, though. Probably do a little threes late today, and I think Christie will be in it. I'll go 2-2-2 and 3-3-3, and I imagine Christie's in it. NBA, Dallas, Memphis, player points. Points over under. Max Christie 11.5 minus 02. Got Max Christie in there. Let me get that released now. 1.02 units. Max Christie over 11.5 points minus 102. DK at everyone. Q from Quincy. Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the retweets, brother. We'll go back through any requests that are in games that we have been through. We'll go through at the end. We did have a Cedric Coward request though, so let's get back to the Memphis Dallas game. Edie, where do I come in at? Edie. I do slightly lean over points. They're going to be really hurt in the interior. Jaren Jackson Jr. is questionable. Only played 3 games this season, but definitely a slight lean over to Edie's points there. Keep in mind Lively is questionable. Keep in mind here D'Lo is questionable. Only missed 1 game so far. So who requested Cedric Coward? Sean. Just going through my model here. Rebounds is about my only real edge. I do lean over his rebounds for sure. Definitely lean over his rebounds. I come in at about 7.3. Usage, pay attention right here. Bump, noticeable bump. Go to my model, add the bump. 16.83 is what points become. I like the rebounds a lot better, Sean. I do show a slight edge to the points with a usage adjustment, but I like the rebounds better. You could even go PR here. You could even go PR. Yeah, but if I bet that, I'd probably go over 5.5 rebounds. Oh, yeah. Let me add it to the banner. I did bet Max Christie's points over 11.5. I sure did. Yes, I sure did bet Max Christie over 11.5 points. Yes. We should be tipping off soon in the Clippers game. I definitely want to pay attention to how John Collins is doing in that one. Cedric Daniel. I never bet on the Rook. See if anything stands out. Okay matchup. 1 game without D'Lo, right? That was last game. He went stupid. 29. Usage percentage was 30%. It's a decent matchup. If there's no D'Lo, I think his usage could go crazy. Might be a good buy low spot. Not a spot that I think I'm attacking, but I don't hate it. I thought Najee Marshall would have a better game last game. He didn't. Only played 23 minutes. We didn't bet anything on him, but I thought about taking some overs there. So glad we stayed off. Gonna be no opinions from me there today. Let's move into the last game of the slate, Sacramento versus Denver. We're in right now. Sabonis is out. Christian Braun is out. Strother is out. Aaron Gordon's out. I think I saw something. Gordon's going to be out like 1 to 2 weeks, I think I saw. This spread's got to be ugly. 11. Russell Westbrook always seems to go stupid versus teams he's played against. Double-double in his last matchup versus damn near triple-double. I could honestly probably get behind like an 8 and 8, 8 boards, 8 assists, and then maybe sprinkle on the triple-double here for Westbrook. Just the energy he brings in these matchups. It's hard to spot his minutes, honestly. But if he plays more than 30 minutes, he's over in 25% of games played this year. Naj PRA did hit. Okay, it did hit. Yeah, you remember. We talked about it on stream. You might have been the one that requested it, but yeah, I remember talking about it. I definitely leaned over. I like a Westbrook triple-double, you know, if you want to have some sweat in this without having a lot of coin tied up into it. I mean, defensively, they're bad in just about every single metric. All right, let me just try to walk through this independently. This is everything that has some kind of an edge. Model likes Westbrook rebounds over. Not that I like it, but I'm just writing it down. Under, not over, under. Westbrook rebounds under. Moving on to Levine. Points, slight edge over, but you got to get like the off-market 18.5s. Going to be nothing for Levine. That'll make it easy. DeMar, lean under points, very strong. We're going to look at a DeMar points. Hold on. We're going to power through this. DeMar points under. We'll go to Keegan Murray. Keegan threes and rebounds under. Drew Eubanks, nothing. I didn't even formulate edges. Nikola Jokic, it's not showing, but I'm at 34 points, 13.5 rebounds, and 11.5 assists. 34 points is way over. 13 rebounds is kind of over. 11 assists is lean PR. I like Jokic PRAs over. Actually, let me see where I come in. 51.5 is market. I'm at like 60. It's a blowout. Sean, I did talk about Derek Queen. I think when I looked at the lines, in my opinion, I think Jordan Poole has a higher than doubtful chance of playing. Based off those lines, I think the bookmakers think he has a higher than doubtful chance of playing. That being said, if there's no Jordan Poole, I liked Derek Queen's assists. And I also liked Jeremiah Fear's points over in that one. Somewhat like Trey Murphy's, but Jeremiah Fear's points over is something I just want confirmation on Jordan Poole's out. And then I like Queen's assists and Fear's points. I do believe I've just got to straight up run Jokic's PRAs over. I mean, no, they have no center to throw at him. I got a 52.5 at DraftKings and FanDuel both. 51.5, I mean. I know this game has blowout. Wrote all over it. My biggest fear would be blowout. I mean, if we could get this, like, what's his? Love a 26.5 first half. Especially if there's like a 25 or 24.5. My goodness. I think I'm going to run the full game over 51.5 though. DK minus 123. Aaron Gordon is out. He'll be out for a week or two. Aaron Gordon is out. Over in both matchups this year. I'm going to take this over at DK. Over 51.5 minus 123 at DK. If you haven't already, man, drop a like, drop a retweet. Help me grow the brand. Help me grow the page. I appreciate y'all that have already. Ty, I appreciate you for the likes and the retweets. Sean, appreciate the likes and the retweets. Drake May Betts, appreciate the likes and the retweets. Better 527, said Cal, Dave, Rubberman, Rah, Tookie, appreciate all y'all for the likes and the retweets, man. Likes and support's free. Support is free. Pat, appreciate you as well. Let me go get this bad boy in. My dogs are going crazy. I might need to go check on them, make sure shit's all right up there. Cool. Got that one in. Got that one in. Got that one in. Could be the last bet, but we'll see. Jokic over 51.5 PRAs minus 123 at DK is a go. Again, I'm not mad at sprinkling Westbrook triple doubles. Or an 8 and 8. I'm not mad at that either. I did say it was DeMar under. Hold on. Let me finish going through the model. I got distracted there by Jokic. Jamal Murray, RAs, leans over. Let me just write it down and we'll come back. Murray, RA over. I've got Gordon in there. He's out. So we'll ignore that. Cam Johnson, points, threes, and rebounds unders. Let's start with Cam and work our way back. I'm not going to want to take any of his unders with Gordon out. He could see a bigger role here. 1 of 2 this season. Field goal attempts did not go up a lot. Neither did rebounds. Sacramento does not rebound the ball well, though. I lean under Cam PRs, but I'm not going to bet it because Aaron Gordon's out. I'm going to stay off of that one. And honestly, I think I'm going to stay off Jamal. Well, no, Jamal Murray wasn't over, so I still may have some thoughts on that. My model likes the RAs over. Under in the one game in pretty good minutes. 10.5 is the line. I make it Jamal Murray 7. Well, actually 8, 12. 12.8. 12.8. So it's a pretty good lean over. One second here. So there's a 9.5, 134 at Hard Rock. If you have that, I would run it. Murray double-double. Honestly, I don't hate a sprinkle. I've got him projected at 8 assists. I don't have him over 10, but the value is probably there. On the double-double plus 700, yeah, I'm not mad at the double-double plus 700. I'm not mad at the double-double plus 700. Over in 3 of the last 4, obviously, if it gets there, I think it's the assists. Looks like he did get his boards there in one game, though. So obviously gives you a little bit of upside there. I like it at plus 700. I do like the Jamal Murray double-double for a sprinkle at plus 700. You might even be able to get better. Let's confirm that price. 700 looks like the best price. Yeah, I do like that. I've got no transgressions to that price. I would lean over there for sure. Really reduced unit size, though, like a quarter unit play, but not mad at a sprinkle there. What did the model say about DeMar? DeMar points under. This might be the last one I take. If you have a Rivers, I'll take to win 1 unit. If you have FanDuel, I'll risk 1 unit on the 18.5 under. Hold on. Let's confirm I don't like RAs as well. We might be able to get a more painted number. DeMar assists are slightly under and rebounds are slightly under. They're not near the points edge, but there's still some. $24.5 is a much more painted number. What do I make the RAs? 16.25, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21.74 PRAs. I can get it under 24.5. That is a good edge. More painted number too. Shopping DeMar PRA unders, and then this probably does. I love this for a sprinkle, Justin. I love that. Like I'm not going any more than like a 0.2 on it personally. I'll actually probably shop around and put it in a lay, but I'm not mad at that line, that double. I think y'all are onto something there. 4 minutes into the game, John Collins with 0-0. You can hedge out right now. I'm not, but you could play the over 18.5 right now. I'm focusing on a DeMar PRA price. Minus 127 for the under 25.5. At Rivers. DraftKings does alts, but I don't know if it's too early to get the late game alts. I'm going to play around in the FanDuel your way for just a minute here. You could go like a 20 under 22, 6 and 6, which gets you a massive upgrade. But I do really like this Rivers 25.5 minus 127. The problem is I don't like the DraftKings 25.5 under at minus 152. I hate to do this when it's only available at one book, but at the end of the day, I bet first and release later. I got to be more focused on winning. I still like the 24.5. I just love the 25.5. 5 cents for a whole PRA. Okay, I'm betting this at Rivers, but I do still like it versus FanDuel. You can even buy up, go under 25.5 at FanDuel if you don't have a Rivers. You're just going to pay minus 152. And in that case, I would risk 1 unit. But I would low-key really just rather bet the 24.5 under. I still find plenty of value there. Yeah, I have to run that. Have to run that. All right, any other I think that's going to do it for me in this game, but now I'm going to open it up. If you have any requests from if you jumped in late, if there's anything that you want that I didn't go over that you want to talk about, now's the time to throw it in there. I think that's going to wrap it up for my slate today. If you haven't already, drop a like, drop a retweet on the page, man. I do appreciate y'all for tapping in. I think we had one play there that wasn't widely available. Everything else was fairly widely available. John Collins, you just reduce risk. Sexton was 11 everywhere. Collins was bumped, and we played it. That was right before tip. Christie was available everywhere. Jokic was available. 2 biggest domestics. Yeah, DeMar was the only one that wasn't super widely available. DeMar DeRozan PRAs, I would still run it there, Colin. I still run it there. If you can't get the Bet Rivers price, I would still run it there. Bridges, Mikal or Miles? I think they both play today. Mikal or Miles? Mikal or Miles Bridges on the assists? Anthony Black over points. Yep, we'll go over that. Sean, let me know which Bridges you're speaking of. We'll circle back to Derek Queen as well. Coward's threes. I think I talked about his points a little bit, but I didn't look at his threes. So let me look at that a little bit more. Suggs assists. Durant's points overs. Yep, we got a couple to go through. Mikal Bridges, okay. First things first, we'll go to Suggs. We'll work backwards here. Suggs. I do believe I spoke on him a little bit. I do remember my model slightly leaned over everything as well. I think his minutes should continue to rise. We know he's played 30 minutes so far this season. So in a competitive game, I think we could see him run another 30. Without Paolo, not a lot of games, 3 games. Assists are over in each of those 3. What were his potentials? 12, 11, and 12. 5.5. That's a good number at plus money. Versus the Knicks. Let me go to my model, and I'll tell you what the Knicks are in assists. Assists allowed per game. 20th. Okay. Suggs assists is probably the closest I come. Let me walk you through it. Points I am at. Actually, I love the points over too. I'm at 18, not 8. 6.88 on the assists. Model likes all of the Suggs over. I'm more cautious with the matchup, but they also very much struggle from above the break. Threes could be a good look, but look, you're paying that. Yeah, you're paying. He's hit that 3 times this season, and you're getting a 2.5 line. So that's honestly crazy price. If I had to bet on Jalen Suggs today, I would bet on his PA over. If I had to bet on Jalen Suggs today, I would bet his PAs over. If I had to, I'd take the over 19.5. I do lean over the 19.5. We also had Mikal Bridges in the Knicks game. Has anyone got any Brunson news? Because I think Orlando is very good versus the spot up. So if Brunson plays, I'd probably lean under his points. Did you ask about points? You asked about his assists. Let's see with and without Brunson. Without Brunson, 5 and 4. With Brunson, been very, very strong with his assists. We're getting a 4.5 here at plus money. I just spoke on it there. Oh, no. I spoke on the Knicks. Orlando is allowing the second fewest assists per game. That's what I have. Second in assists allowed per game. Did they match up this season? They did. 28 minutes. Bridges only had 2. He had 5 potentials. Did Jalen play in that game? Jalen did play in that game. Mikhail's going to be hard for me, bro. Let me get some confirmation on Bridges before I attack that. Next, I think, was either Duran or Coward. 3s. We'll go to Duran first. Versus Milwaukee, no Giannis. Points over. He's under in all of his previous matchups. Now we're taking Giannis out of the game, which does keep him in longer. I didn't realize Giannis was in earlier. I was worried about foul trouble. I'm a lot less worried about foul trouble now. I do like Duran's PRs over. What did I come in at? 13.25 rebounds. Dog, I'm at 23 points on this. Yeah, but Ivy's back. Tobias Harris could be back. How are you going to know these rotations? How are they going to play together? Not that Tobias has been gone all season, but Duran's been out since the first of last year. The last time these two played together, they had the GOAT, Malik Beasley. Just a completely different role last year, though. Again, I don't think Ivy should hurt him. I think it should actually help him, but let's just be cautious and see it one time first. Maybe I even do get a little more aggressive if Ivy and Tobias are out. Keep an eye out on that. But we can wait on injury news. We don't have to force. Cedric's 3s, and then we probably get out of here. He said 9 attempts last game. Cashed in on 4 of them. Lines 1. Oh, it's really 2.5 though, dog. 2.5 plus money. I would lean over, but I'm not pressed to bet that one either. Lean over, but, I'm not pressed to bet it. Anthony Black points. I did miss that one. I'm not mad at Anthony Black overs. I feel like Suggs coming back, working his way back into the rotation, could eat up some of those minutes. But while Paolo's out, I think you're fairly safe. I lean over there as well. It's not like I'm not super pressed to bet that one either. But if I had to bet one way or the other, I would bet the over 3s without a doubt if I had to bet on it. All right, let that first quarter end. John Collins right now just with 1 point/rebound, with 1 rebound. I think I'm going to call it, man. I do appreciate y'all for tapping in. Saturday's always a little slower. People are out doing stuff. We still had 700 people in here, and for that to be a slow day is just a testament to y'all tapping in with me on the regular, and a testament to all the likes and the retweets, growing the brand, growing the page, helping me get exposure. I do really, really, really appreciate the one, especially y'all to be in here daily. Like, I definitely notice the ones that are in here daily with the likes and the retweets. Let me recap real quick. I know we got people that come back and watch the recaps, and then I'll get out of here, let y'all enjoy your Saturdays. All right, this game already started. I did bet John Collins under 20.5 PRs and under 22.5 PRs after it moved against me. That one's already started, but the rest of these have not if you're coming back to watch the recap. I've got Jalen Johnson over 6.5 assists. That is the only bet today where I reduced risk. I risked 1 unit on the over rather than to win a unit. Everything else was to win 1 unit. Colin Sexton over 11.5 points. Max Christie over 11.5 points. Nikola Jokic over 51.5 PRAs. And DeMar DeRozan under 25.5 PRAs. We definitely have some injury news, so keep an eye out on the timeline. If I add anything, I'll do my best to write it up. As always, I appreciate y'all to be tapping in. I appreciate y'all to be showing engagement. Best of luck to y'all today. Probably no stream. I don't really stream often on Sundays, but at latest, we will be back Monday. Best of luck until then. I'll catch y'all then. Until then, man, let's go.